Hello and welcome to Social Media Weekly, episode 21st May 2019. Wait, it's not 21st May, it's 28th May 2019. Wrong. Okay, 28th TH.
28th.
28th. Social Media Weekly is brought to you by Virtual Peddlers Marketing, the digital marketing agency that helps small businesses go digital. My name is Sean.
And I'm JK.
This week, Indonesia restricted social media to slow riot virality. Study shows misinformation engages more than real news. LinkedIn brings ads transparency tab to the platform. Facebook reports level of fake accounts in 2019. IGTV now accept horizontal videos. Horizontal videos. Snapchat plans music deals, and Facebook files new patent for AR glasses, and update on Facecoin launching next year. There's a lot of
New updates.
small news this week. Back to the stories. Indonesia restricted social media to slow riot virality. Following their recent elections which sparked a riot, Indonesia limited public access to Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. This was a move to maintain calm and hamper virality of hate content. This is the second incident where Facebook services were disrupted following civil unrest. The first being in Sri Lanka last April, right after the terrorist bombings during Easter. Indonesian Minister Rudiantara said that, quote, Facebook can tell you they will comply with governments, but I can tell you how much content we requested to be taken down and how much was actually taken down. Facebook is the worst.
Now you know.
Yeah.
But quite cool, Sri Lanka punya bombing during
Yeah.
what you call that, like Easter time. Like,
Yeah.
here's an Easter egg.
Well, it's not exactly something that we should be making fun of
Aiyo.
because quite a lot of people died. And so what's happening now is that Sri Lanka has created a precedent for Indonesia to do the same. So there are two sides to look at this, right? Because on one side, you have Indonesia is, let's say if there's a civil unrest, something bad is happening, and then how the hate speech, hate content spreads is through social media.
Yeah, it's
Right.
easier ma.
Like someone is doing this, like for example, the Sri Lanka case, right, where Muslim bombers who were part of ISIS went into churches and bombed churches and killed people. So then a lot of people can spin it into a very religious thing and
Instead of Muslim
start
thing.
pitting one religion against the other, which is something the government don't want. That's the last thing they want, right?
They don't want it to escalate.
Yeah. So what they do is, instead of trying to control, because they have so many other things to work on to control, they just said, you know what, let's just shut down social media for now. But it may not even help, because there are also people who are looking to know if their family members and friends were caught in the incident.
Yeah.
And because of that, because you see Facebook has this little feature where you can tag when you're safe.
Yeah, if I'm safe,
That-
report if I'm safe.
Yeah, report if I'm safe. So that feature from Facebook cannot be used, and people cannot connect with each other for security, to make sure if their family member is safe, to make sure their friends are safe.
It was disconnected.
Yeah, it was disconnected. So there's two ways about this.
It's sort of like, let's just say social media, it's not in the picture. It's sort of like stopping a private publication to post articles and news because we don't want to escalate things.
Yeah, we don't want to escalate the bad stuff.
But in a way, you can also escalate the good stuff. So
Yes, exactly.
it's just a tool, I would say. And yeah, you can't have only one best world. You
Yeah.
need to have both good and bad.
It is true. Like in the case of Indonesia, right? They just had an election not long ago, and then there was a riot, and a few people died from it. And then the opposition, I suppose, have been working very hard to use social media to try to to try to spread the news saying that this election was not fair and that something happened, something went wrong, and this guy is not your real president, and he is this, is that. And then the ruling government says, you know what, we don't want all these things happening. We want to protect the people. To protect the people, in air quotes, we will restrict the use of social media. So it could be politically driven, right? Because this new winning team, this new winning government party got the place, and they don't want unrest to happen. So what they do is they just severely restricted social media, almost to a shutdown. And then what happens is, because of that, the opposition cannot carry their news, carry their point.
Yeah, because they're minority.
Yeah, and it becomes a disruption of free speech.
Correct, yes. What will you do?
I don't know. I mean,
what will you do?
Even since the time of Sri Lanka, right, I've been thinking about this. I mean, if I was Facebook, what would I do? Or if I was the country, sorry. If I was the country, if I was the president or prime minister, and this happened in my country, what would I do? Would I allow it to continue, or would I take it down? I read a lot of articles that said that, especially in Sri Lanka, that said that why it shouldn't have been taken down, what bad things would happen, all these kind of things, and why that we shouldn't let the bad people dictate how platforms can be used, because they can also be used for good.
Correct.
But if you are in a state of chaos,
I think you just want to shut off.
Yeah, and there's nothing you can control.
Correct. It's like when you're so much full of illness in your body, you just cut off the goddamn organ.
Yeah, right.
No need to cure it. Just remove it.
Yeah. So I think this over reliance of a country on social media and the new age media platform is a little bit too limited, because if we were to take a lesson from the age before the internet, right? What would have happened during a disaster before the internet?
There will be freedom of speech. There will be riot. I mean, the word of mouth travels.
How would news travel?
People will travel through what is it called? Event speech, is it? To gather the communities and to win the hearts of the people who think you're logical or correct. Then through there, we'll see which is the winning party that it's growing the fastest, lor. To say, lor.
Well, yeah. That's one way of doing it. Like they can go to all the places and do it, but that takes a lot of time.
Correct.
Right.
Yes.
And let's just say if Sri Lanka just got bombed, right? And social media is the place where you can find if your family member or your friends are still alive or not, and how safe, what's happening, right? What's on the ground happening? How the security status is. It's like you can't go state by state to do this, because by the time you reach the state, that person, your family member, would have been dead for months already.
Correct.
Right? So actually, before the coming of internet, the major platform, the major infrastructure for a government to reach out to the people is actually FM radio.
Radio's correct.
FM radio or AM radio. So what I would have done maybe was to block social media, because I want to control the information that is spread out from different parties, and then use radio to disseminate the information that I want, so it's more controlled.
Okay.
Because not many people have radio stations. You can hold with your two hands how many radio stations you have, right?
Correct, yeah.
In a given country or a state. So from there, you have more control over what goes out and how these things go out. So then from there, you can see that you will know that that the information that flows out are the kind of information
correct
that you feel are fine, they're professional enough, they're correct.
Yeah.
It's what people want to hear.
I think it's just a matter of how you use the tool effectively. At the end of the day, it's like social media is definitely more faster than radio.
Yes.
Radio is definitely more faster than publication. Publication is definitely more faster than speeches and events. So I just think you need a correct team to play this social media part. So yeah, hire a good PR social media team.
If I want to control unwanted speeches, right, I wouldn't even have gone to social media, because social media allows anyone, just about anyone in the world, to go in and write about something and talk about something.
Yeah, correct.
And that is problematic, because what they say may not be true. But what they say, even if it's not true, people will pick it up and treat it as like fact.
Correct, yeah.
And it become viral because one WhatsApp video and then you share forward, then it gets into more and more. And the worst thing is you don't know what is being shared underneath
Until it's too late.
until it's too late.
Then your way, okay, let's just say social media and event, right? Then your way is just, okay, I don't want to do, let's say BN doesn't want to come out with a speech. So instead of them coming out with speech to persuade people, they shut off the opposition's speech party.
Yes.
Something like that.
Yes, they shut off this is what Indonesia has
Trying
been
to
doing.
doing.
They are restricting social media. They say they are slowing the riots virality and the hate, but what they're actually doing is they're shutting down the opposition.
Correct.
So if there are certain radio stations that are still pro-opposition, the opposition can use the radio station to help spread the news through the other way around. So they will need to start to build allies within these more traditional media platforms already. Because you cannot just post something on Facebook, boost it for 1,000 million, and then just let it out.
Wow, Facebook 涨头啊.
Yeah, lor.
It's quite hard lah. I would.
So the next question now is that because there are already 2 cases where something bad happened in these countries, right? Granted, they are emerging countries, but it also to note that emerging countries are the places where Facebook is used more than any other platform because the developed countries are on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter a lot more than Facebook. And in these 2 cases, Facebook has been shut down or severely restricted, right, temporarily. What are the chances that it will happen again? Like there will be high chance that it will happen. This will be like
when Facebook allows Indonesian, then other countries will start to ask for it.
It will be like the first step when something goes wrong in the country. The first step is to block all social media temporarily while they fix their stuff. So Facebook will be like, okay, we cannot control what the governments do. So whether you take it down or not, it's not our.
Wow, dialogue. If this happens 2 years ago for Malaysia,
exactly,
we may not have a winning opposition.
Exactly, right? Exactly. So then there was also this case where the Indonesian minister Rudi Antara says that from his point of view is that he worked with Facebook to actually give a list of content that they request to be taken down, right? But Facebook does not comply to all of them. Although Facebook says that they comply with governments, they don't comply fully. Maybe just a bit.
I guess it's just your relationship between them and Facebook.
So
it's not so good.
Is Facebook trying to protect freedom of speech? Or is Facebook trying to limit the restrictions so that Facebook would seem like still an open platform where anybody can get all the information they want?
I'm not being controlled by anyone kind of situation.
Yeah, it's like, it's your problem, it's not my problem.
It's a grey area.
Yeah.
I would say it's just a grey area.
So
you can go months with it, but we'll leave it up to you to decide.
Yeah.
Alright. Next, study shows misinformation engages more than real news. Seems like people love drama more than real things. A recent study shows that junk news gets a lot more engagement than professional news. The graph that came with this study showed that this deceptive content were 3 times more engaging in English, more than twice more in French, and almost 6 times more in German. This shows that it is a global crisis. By engaging in English means what? The English, French,
the language
itself, not the
English
country,
language, the French language, and the German language.
Okay, I thought like French country.
No. So I actually heard a very shocking news lately that says that in Europe, in European countries, right, there is a growing group of they call this the nationalists or the populist group of people who are whatever name they are given, they are just a bunch of white people who want to have their country clean of other people. So they are against immigration. they are against other colored people. They want to have this. They are literally a new name for white supremacists lah. They just want to keep. They
Their
just want to
own
keep their
race.
own country a homogeneous country where only their own race is there, no other race is around. There is no immigration. They don't allow what is that called? Asylum. They don't allow anything.
They don't allow all this what called deport and
Yeah,
people,
yes. Like for example, someone gets deported from what
Asia
is
country,
yeah,
let's say
like
Chinese.
Syria because
Ah.
of the war, right? They will not allow people to go in. So there is a rising group of this type of people coming about, which kind of signals humanity going backwards from globalization back into nationalization.
Yeah.
And this could be one of the thing because 6 times more
in German.
misinformation, right, created engagement than real news. I would think this could be one of the thing because Germany is also one of those countries that have
Very huge social problem.
very huge social problem.
I think they don't see human as human, more like they categorize this as races
Yes.
and not just human anymore. And also, I guess people are more attracted to drama rather than actual real news.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it's just
They like the
human-
dramatization, they like the exaggeration rather than the
Yeah.
actual news.
Correct. It's like welcome. A woman just gave birth to a baby. Oh yay! Congrats. Oh look, someone raped a woman and got given to a baby. Oh my god! By a Chinese. Oh my god! Oh my
right,
god! So
Like for example, something will be like this. Like there was a bombing, there was a shooting in school, right? Okay, yeah, shooting in school. How many kids died?
Oh, yeah, someone died,
I've seen a lot of
okay.
days. Okay, fine. The shooting, a Christian guy went in and shot a bunch of Muslim kids. Then it becomes like, whoa, you know. But actually, it wasn't. Even if it was true, it was not because of that. It was just they were just like there's this bunch of journalists or fake journalists that are going in and grabbing at straws and trying to find some conspiracy from content that has no conspiracy at all. And us being
Stir
humans
information.
are so hooked on to all these conspiracies, and even if there is nothing there, we will try to create something out of it.
it's like, oh, the room is empty. What if it came about, or what
Yeah.
if someone dropped from the sky and then hit my
What if
wall?
the room? What if the room is actually not empty and
Yeah,
there is someone in the corner?
What if
somewhere?
the fan suddenly just spins and spin off the no,
Yeah,
we're too drama already. Yeah.
too drama.
Alright, next up.
Next up, LinkedIn brings ad transparency tab to the platform. Much like what Facebook did in the recent past, LinkedIn has introduced an ability to view all the ads ran by a LinkedIn page in the past 6 months. This allows everyone to see what kinds of ads each page has published before, and if any of them were suspicious. This move is to prepare themselves for the upcoming US election and also any other politically driven actors that aim to use LinkedIn as a platform to share this misinformation. So they took the idea from Facebook and they put it onto LinkedIn. So all LinkedIn pages will have a section where everyone can see all the ads that are being run at any given time for the past 6 months. So if these ads contain any political stuff or fake news, misinformation, people can actually see,
Okay.
which is good.
Which is good because LinkedIn is supposed to be professional and
Yep.
reliable.
Yeah,
So transparency is even more a plus point.
very
A compulsory important value inside
Mhm.
for all these ads. Well, let's hope the US election will change. Something.
It also goes to show that in the past, Facebook was one of those companies that were caught as the first group of people who had to go through this new system and got caught with their pants down, not knowing how to handle it. Then they created policies and systems, and other social media platforms are using this same system and applying it onto
Oh, that's the cons of
platform.
being the first
the first
mover.
one. Yeah,
The
first
one.
mover disadvantage.
Yes. Next up. Facebook reports level of fake account in 2019. Let's see. Facebook recently revealed the number of fake and duplicate accounts removed from the platform in their transparency report. At a 2.38 billion monthly active user to date, they said approximately 5% of users were fake accounts. Although this looks like a small percentage, remember that 1% account from 2.38 million users, 5% is actually 140 million accounts.
That is damn a lot, you know.
Still a lot.
Yeah, 5%.
Here is how Facebook detects, prevents, and removes fake accounts. First, prevent creation. If found that many accounts were being created in one IP, it cannot be done. The IP, which is IP address,
Yeah.
will then be blocked. Secondly, removed accounts on sign up. If accounts were found to be associated with a fake or suspicious account, they will be removed. These new fake accounts can't even approach the first sign up. And lastly, remove accounts already on Facebook. They are either done by Facebook's system and people or through users' report. This is good actually.
Yeah, it's good.
It's 3 steps.
Although the part where they remove accounts already on Facebook is a bit vague, and I think there should be more action taken rather than relying 50% of it on user reports, because sometimes we report, sometimes we don't report. So if people see a fake account and you think that it's not that they don't report, or reporting does not help, it does help. So if you see a fake account that you think it's inappropriate to be on Facebook, just report it.
Yeah, you just give the department a job to do.
Yeah, but you see, what LinkedIn also did was, and I got caught by LinkedIn for this. Both my personal account and our company page got caught for this, was that we were inactive for a while. And then they actually temporarily disabled our account until when we go back, we can actually request for it to be re-enabled. So that can be done as well, because that will really help cull a lot of fake accounts or accounts that are inactive.
Correct.
The other thing also is they could actually attach the account, like we said, attach the account with an actual person's
ID
or something, which will also give rise to security concerns.
Correct, yeah. I mean, if let's just say Facebook were to go into that level already, then sure, but I don't think everyone trusts Facebook enough.
Yeah. But it also did say that the prevent creation part and remove account, especially the prevent creation part, is one of the example that Facebook gave on their page, on their blog, was that if an IP was found to have created a massive amount of accounts, like a million accounts at a given time, then it will be immediately stopped and the IP will be blocked. But what if people bypass it and create like 5 accounts at a time? Does it constitute as many accounts? Or
I don't know what's the quantity where would they consider as many accounts. Because sometimes people like to have like dual identity, like private account and business account,
public account.
So what is many accounts
to
them?
The definition of this fake account here, right? Facebook did say that it is actually, it excludes duplicate accounts. Although they did remove duplicate accounts and they reported in the transparency report, but they say that this 5% is actually fake accounts only, not duplicates.
Understand.
And
so means they may have duplicate accounts lah.
Yeah, there will be duplicate accounts within the user.
But I guess this is just how I think that's just how the nature of social media, how to say, the quantity quantity of user is really, because you can't just follow exactly like human, one person have one ID. I mean, come on, even ID also people can duplicate it.
Yeah.
So, but the key is for Facebook to be able to keep
doing this
and making sure the fake account is at its
less
minimal.
and less. Yeah. So it reaches a point where as long as they are actively doing this and actively culling the batch, so that there are fewer and fewer fake accounts, and that would most probably continue to make Facebook a better place for everybody.
Correct. And also like for business owner, just keep in mind that in the world, let's say a world has 1 trillion people, but in social media it could be 3 trillion users.
Yes.
Assuming one person average would have three accounts,
yeah.
something like that. No, just be smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do your math.
Yeah. All right. Next up.
Next up, IGTV now accepts horizontal videos. Horizontal meaning landscape. IGTV gambled with vertical only and lost.
Bye.
We can now upload traditional horizontal videos onto the platform, which will rotate full screen when we rotate the phone. Kind of like what every other video platform has already been doing all the while.
Sorry, IGTV.
So what do you
didn't
think
make it.
with IGTV caving in and saying, let's take vertical?
No, I mean vertical really does have its unique point of view.
Mhm.
So I think they should just keep it.
Continue to do it.
Yeah,
They
because-
should have kept it for a longer time.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean horizontal video took how many years to establish this concept?
Because you
So-
see, from where I look at it, right, I think recently people have been learning how to utilize the entire
Yeah,
horizontal
exactly.
landscape. And I think Instagram did not work hard enough to get people to shoot vertical, because they say that here's the platform we provide, here are the dimensions we provide, go on and find a way to shoot it. But remember that app that we tried out the other day that
Yeah.
that we can actually
Yeah,
switch
rotate and stuff, correct? I mean,
rotate. What if Instagram were to create something like this
Exactly.
and give a guide on how to shoot on your horizontal so that it's on vertical?
and then it can even fit into a vertical. So I think that the one, what's that app called
I
again?
don't remember what's the app.
But
We just tried it that one day and I threw it away after.
Yeah, which I think that was a cool idea.
Yeah,
If Instagram adopt it, it would be, good.
I agree with you. And Instagram is not the kind of platform where you can rotate the screen, the phone screen, and it will rotate to a different setting for you. Like almost every other platform, especially except for Snapchat. Actually, Snapchat also don't do that.
Mhm.
But Facebook, if you rotate your phone to landscape, it switches to landscape mode, so
Mhm.
you can scroll. But Instagram doesn't have this, and it's nice to have this kind of format where when you're sleeping, you're lying down corner, and then you use Instagram, and Instagram doesn't try to flip around all the time, keep
Mhm.
rotating all the time. But now IGTV does that.
Yeah.
Oh.
IGTV, wait a little longer lah.
Yeah, I really think that they should have stuck on, or they should have built platforms to make it easier for people to shoot vertical.
Correct. Never mind, who knows?
Yeah.
Let's talk about Snapchat now. Snapchat plans music deals. The social media company is working out deals with major music companies to enable music sharing on its platform. They have no plans to build a music stream platform, rather just turning it into a little more like TikTok.
Yeah, this is just Snapchat doing,
It's a new update.
doing what they're doing, and working with a lot of major music companies to bring it in. It could be music clips like TikTok more than
Yeah,
anything.
they just give a background music and
Just give background music, something you can sing along with and do your dance or whatever with. And but I have a strange suspicion that this will not be available in Malaysia for a long time.
Well, Malaysia punya, what you call that, like Instagram music is not even available yet.
Not available here.
What more Snapchat?
Yeah, and it's quite surprising. I don't think they can blame it on rights issues, because TikTok, we've been able to use it for the longest time, right?
Yeah.
So all the while, if they were to follow the same format as how TikTok
Works.
and Musically sign deals with music companies, I don't think it'd be much of a problem to bring it out to everywhere in Southeast Asia. I think they just don't really care about us. Singapore has it.
I don't know.
Yeah,
You know.
well.
I don't know.
Oh well.
We're being outcasted.
Let's be sad and move on to the next
It's
one.
a white supremacy thing. Oopsie.
No, it's a developed country and developing country.
Undeveloped.
We're not developed enough for their attention. Let's be sad and move on to a company that cares about developing countries. Facebook. Facebook files new patent for AR glasses. While Google's Glass may have been a few years ahead of time, will Facebook's new patent prove we are now ready? Are you ready to wear AR glasses?
I've tried before.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
This AR glasses patent from Facebook includes visual and audio sensors that will cater for both VR and AR. Snapchat also released a simpler version of spectacles in 2016, which can mainly record and send your point of view videos from glasses to the mobile device, which isn't that epic or isn't that VR AR compared to what Facebook has in patent and what Google has released before. Will you wear AR glasses?
I think I will, because I think this is the next step of social media in the future.
But aren't you afraid of the lack of privacy?
Lack of privacy? I mean,
Like, for example, someone can walk up to you and look at you and they don't know who you are and they start to say, okay, Google, search up who is this person's face on Facebook, and then find you on Facebook and then say, oh hi, JK.
I think we need to be adaptive to the world's moving. Like, it's just like how we're being adaptive to social media coming into our world. Though I have already deleted Facebook from my phone to create more zen in my life. But still, yeah, I mean, this kind of thing, just adapt the good and try to minimize the bad, I would say.
I think, okay, this is what I think. I took a very important note from the TV series Black Mirror, which talks a lot about tech and how bad it becomes if it's done wrongly. There was an episode where people can actually wear a device that can blur that person's face.
Blur?
So it
AV porn.
it pixelates that person's face if you choose to remain private, right? Any machine that can scan you, any machine, glasses, AR glasses or screens or phone, anything at all, right? That has the ability to scan you and identify you through the internet, through the whole system, right? You can use another counter device to actually blur your face to have privacy.
Oh, so it's like this.
So you
walk, then you can like blur.
Yes. So there's actually one scene where this guy walks down the road, right? So and he's using the glasses. So there are some people whose faces are blurred, so you can't see who they are.
Okay. But you know that there's someone there.
There is someone there, but that person
leave me alone. Leave me alone.
It's like a do not disturb lah.
I think it's quite cool. It's just like how us humans subconsciously put headphones or wear glasses or wear the mask or the helmet just to just don't talk to me.
They just want to be antisocial and they want to be left alone when they walk from one place to another.
Correct.
And I think if a tech company is able to create something like this that can jam the video system, right, of any device in the world, right, that will solve our privacy issue.
True enough. It's just like how social media now using a blocking system.
Yes.
For us to block people away or so that people don't view us or this kind of thing. I think it's good. It tackles the privacy issues.
Yeah.
So
it will help to tackle, because we have this online, right, on the screens, but if the internet is coming to the real world, it's attaching with the real world, we need to be able to have a form of blocking or muting in the real world to filter out people we don't want.
Yeah, correct.
True. Or like brands that we don't want. When you walk into a supermarket,
leave me alone.
This brand just hops onto you and say, oh, you haven't bought this in a while, please buy.
Oh my god, speaking of that, I think in the future, I think they even have it's what you call personal AI blocker.
Yeah.
It helps us like hey, let's say, hey Siri, please help me block all unnecessary ads.
Yeah.
Then
exactly.
they were like they were
you have an ad blocker for
the AI to block an AI.
You have an AI to block the AI.
And you pay for that AI. My god, let's do that.
I don't mind paying for an AI that will block ads and other people so that I have privacy. I think this will be a very, very lucrative business in the future.
Anybody done that before?
You heard it from
No, we're gonna cut this clip. We're gonna go to fintech and propose this idea first. What's this clip? It's at 34. Cut this clip if you want to make money.
It's quite a good idea, right? I mean,
let's just make it.
The more we think about it, the more it makes sense.
Alright, next up, Facecoin launching up next year. We've been talking about Facebook cryptocurrency for a while now, and we can finally see a release date.
Sorry, just one end.
Okay, never mind. I'll just follow the script. The coin which is referred to an internally the coin which is referred to internally as Global Coin is set for introduction in Q1 2020, according to BBC. With so many shopping posts suddenly appearing all over Instagram, it only makes sense that Facebook comes out with a payment platform to close the loop on the social media platforms. There have been concerns raised by many parties over the security of personal data when this service goes live. Because Facebook has never been known for protecting their users' privacy, it seems like a legit question. So yeah.
Will you use?
No. Sorry.
I haven't even completed my question.
It's like, no. Absolutely not.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, while Facecoin or Global Coin is big for Facebook, it's not the only one.
The global has not adapted to cryptocurrency yet.
Yeah.
I mean, look at
True.
Bitcoin now. It's still not stable. It's not a stable or.
But okay, think about this.
Okay.
Think about this, right? Let's just say, if Facebook creates a coin system, a cryptocurrency coin system, and attach it to every shopping platform on Facebook, right? Facebook could essentially be the first company to be able to make cryptocurrency a proper currency.
Well, this industry itself.
Yeah. It can be the first one to properly convert it into a usable currency. Because Facecoin.
Face dollar or something.
So let's just say because we know that Facecoin is attached, it's pegged to the USD for stability, so people cannot speculate the price, right? So stability is there. People don't have to worry about buying and selling because tomorrow it won't be a different price. Day after tomorrow it won't be a different price. So that is done.
Correct.
If they allow one of the coins that is used to make any purchase on any of their platforms, Facebook, Instagram, or WhatsApp, to be Facecoin, and if they apply the same concept as how Grab Food is doing or Grab is doing,
e-wallet, is it?
the e-wallet, right? Always having the slightly cheaper rate. So you are more
Prone to use the
tempted to use the currency instead of using the proper currency. And if you are able, get this, to travel anywhere in the world with Facecoin and not have to pay the charges of currency exchange.
Okay, I understand.
Because you pay with one single currency. Any coffee shop, restaurant, shopping place, at the checkout counter, there is a QR. You tap the QR, you can pay with Facecoin.
It means we'll have another new registered currency already. It's
Yes.
sort of like a new birth country like that. It's like a new world has been created.
Yes, that is what Facebook wants to create. And we are not. This is a very
Revolutionary step.
Yes, it is a very revolutionary step because currencies has always been attached to a country. A country must have a central bank which controls the currency, and the monetary system is able to affect how the economy is moving up or down, right?
And users, should I say humans?
Yeah, and
living
people
in
use
that
it
place.
as a medium of trade. And if you want to go to a different country that use a different currency, under the control of a different currency, you need to exchange. With
Correct.
supply and demand, the price will be different. And because of that, you also need to pay a fee for the exchange.
Correct.
Right?
Or whoever that manages
Yeah,
it.
but imagine if Facebook is able to create a global currency that they can use anywhere in the world. There are already 2.38 billion active users in the world. Imagine if just half of them, 1 billion, 1.14 billion people were actually actively using Facecoin on a daily basis.
Okay, I mean, I can see potential in it. Do you trust this country?
No, I don't trust this country.
No, that is the question. Do you trust this
Yes,
country?
This is the problem. I don't trust this country. Facebook is not a good country to be in.
Yeah, sorry, Facebook, you're not Aladdin. I don't trust you.
I'm sorry.
I won't go onto your magic carpet ride. I don't trust you.
That's a whole new world that is not good.
What a good one. Alright.
Social Media Weekly podcast is available on Anchor FM, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and more. Our full videos are available on YouTube, and we post bits and clips on Instagram and Facebook. This is Social Media Weekly, episode 28th May 2019. My name is Sean.
And I'm JK.
Au revoir.
Sayonara.